Hey everyone, welcome back. I am so incredibly excited to guide you through today's explainer. We're basically looking at a masterclass in the customer lifecycle journey. Specifically, we are breaking down Alex Hormozi's phenomenally successful sales framework. Now, if you've ever wondered how the most profitable businesses out there design their offers to attract customers, multiply their value, save those almost lost deals, and then keep them paying forever, well, you're in the exact right place. We're going to take some pretty complex sales psychology and break it down into clear, actionable, visual models. And hey, just to prove how wild this framework actually is, the source material for today's explainer, Hormozi's book $100 Million Money Models, sold over 2.7 million copies in its first 24 hours alone. Think about that for a second. That actually set a Guinness World Record for the fastest-selling nonfiction book. And the reason it exploded like that? Because these models just flat out work. So grab a notepad, settle in, and let's get right into it. Okay, let's dive into this agenda really quick. We're going to follow the exact chronological journey of a single customer. 1. Attraction. 2. Upsell. 3. Downsell. And 4. Continuity. Let's hit it.
Starting with part 1, attraction, getting them in.
So, attraction is all about getting people to literally stop scrolling and step through your front door, usually using free or super cheap initial offers. A fantastic way to do this is with something called a decoy offer. Let me tell you about John. John owned a tanning salon, and he offered a 5-day tanning pass for just $5. Now, obviously, everyone thinks they can get completely tan in 5 days, but you really can't. And if you try to speed it up, you're just going to burn. So when people came in with their $5 pass, John would give them what he called the turkey talk. He'd look at them and say, look, if a turkey takes 3 hours to cook, we can't get it done in half the time by doubling the heat. You're just going to burn it. After hitting them with that reality check, he'd put 2 offers side by side, the $5 basic pass or a premium unlimited membership for just $20 a month. Side by side like that, the premium offer looks like an absolute no-brainer. That $5 decoy essentially just walked them right into a $20 premium sale.
Aside from decoys, there are a few other incredibly potent attraction methods you can use. You can run giveaways, where one person wins a grand prize, but literally everyone else who entered gets offered a steep, urgent discount. There's the classic buy X, get Y free model. There was this one boot store that sold boots for $600, but they had this massive neon sign that said buy 1, get 2 free. The real price was really just $200 a pair, but the word free drives insane traffic and basically forces a $600 minimum spend. Then you've got win your money back. A gym owner charged $600 for a 6-week challenge. If the client actually hit their weight loss goal, they got all their money back, but the catch was the gym got to use their transformation photos for marketing. One successful client's before and after photos brought in 13 new paying customers. I mean, these methods are pure, undeniable magnets for new business. Okay, so you've successfully attracted them, they are in the door, they literally have their wallet out, but how do we maximize the sale the exact moment they decide to buy? This is where the magic really happens.
Which brings us to part 2, upsell, maximizing the sale.
Now, you're probably pretty familiar with upselling already, right? Think of McDonald's asking, do you want fries with that? Well, one powerful way to find your version of fries is the menu upsell, but with a really clever twist called unselling. Hormozi was actually struggling to sell supplements once until this wealthy woman came in for a consultation. He laid all his products out on a table and just started crossing things out. He looked at her and said, well, you aren't trying to gain weight, right? Okay, you don't need this. He was literally removing products from the table. You can imagine the massive trust this built. He was unselling her. Then, he prescribed exactly what she did need. And here's the genius part. Instead of asking a yes or no question like, do you want to buy this protein? He just asked, do you prefer chocolate or vanilla? He simply asked her preference, A or B. She said chocolate, he smoothly moved right on to the next item, and finished up by making the payment totally frictionless. It ended up being a record-breaking sale.
Now I want you to picture this. Imagine walking into a shop, you've got a $500 budget for a suit. You put this gorgeous suit on, you're looking in the mirror feeling like $1,000,000, and then you flip the price tag and see $16,000. You'd probably be completely shocked, right?
And this brilliantly illustrates the anchor upsell. When Hormozi actually experienced this exact scenario, the shop owner saw his face literally turn red at that $16,000 tag. So the owner quickly swoops in to the rescue, asking if he actually cared about the designer label. When Alex said no, the owner brought out a $2,200 suit. Now think about that. $2,200 is still way above Alex's initial $500 budget, but anchored against 16 grand, it suddenly felt like an absolute steal.
That psychological contrast is exactly what makes the anchor upsell so devastatingly effective. You shock them with the insanely high price, and then you offer relief.
Let's see how this concept builds into the classic upsell. This is really just about solving a sequence of related problems. Think about renting a car. First, you get to the counter and they offer you a roomier truck. Sure, why not? Then, they ask if you want a late return to avoid fees. Yeah, that sounds good. Then, premium insurance for peace of mind. No thanks. But wait, how about prepaid gas so you don't have to stress and rush to a gas station before your flight? Yes, please. You walk in for a $19 a day rental and walk out paying $100 a day. Why? Because every single time the customer becomes aware of a new problem, you are standing right there offering the perfect solution. But wait, what happens when you make this amazing pitch, you do everything right, and you just hit a brick wall? What if your customer genuinely simply cannot afford what you're offering?
That brings us to part 3, downsell, saving the deal.
Okay, so to save a dying deal, there is a strict, unbreakable rule you have to follow. Never, ever lower the price of the exact same thing, or you will completely destroy trust. They'll instantly think you were just trying to rip them off in the first place. Instead, you have to change how they pay or what they get. Let's look at changing how they pay first. Early on in his career, Hormozi was desperately trying to make a gym sale just to cover his rent. A woman wanted to sign up, but straight up told him she couldn't afford the full price. Instead of just giving up, he cascaded down his payment options. He started at full price, she said no. He offered a layaway plan, no. He offered splitting it into 2 payments right around her payday, still no. He offered 3 payments, finally. He offered to spread the payments out evenly, literally once a week for 16 weeks. Bingo. She agreed, the cash flowed in, and the rent was saved. You start high, and you methodically work your way down those payment plans to rescue the sale.
Now, if payment plans still don't work, you change what they get. This is called the feature downsell. So if your premium package is 4 personal training sessions a month and they bulk at the price, you absolutely do not discount those 4 sessions. Instead, you say, okay, no problem. How about we do 2 sessions a month instead? You justify that lower price by removing quantity or maybe lowering the material quality or even taking away a money-back guarantee. You make it a fundamentally different, lighter offer. That way your main price retains its integrity.
You can also pull out the ultimate downsell, the free trial. But here's the thing. Standard free trials often fail completely because people sign up and just forget about it. The real secret is the free trial with a condition. There was a software company pitching Gym Launch, and they gave them a free trial, but they took a credit card up front. The condition, the team had to attend the training sessions on how to actually use the software. If they skipped the training, they'd get charged. That financial penalty literally forced them to use the product, learn it, and ultimately fall in love with it and buy it. It's brilliant.
All right, so we've attracted them, we've upsold them, we've saved the deals that almost slipped through our fingers. But if we want to build a truly massive, predictable business, we have to ask the big one. How do we keep them paying forever?
Welcome to part 4, continuity, keeping them paying.
Listen, the smartest, most resilient businesses out there do not rely on one-off sales. They build steady, sleep well at night cash flow using continuity offers like subscriptions or memberships. Now, what's really interesting about this is how you actually structure the incentive to keep people locked in. Take the story of this entrepreneur who started a trash collection business. He went around to apartment complexes and offered a seemingly crazy deal. I will do your trash for 1 year completely free, but you have to sign a 5-year contract. It sounded completely insane to give away a year of work, but after year 1, a literal mountain of predictable cash flooded in for the next 4 years. You can give these continuity discounts up front, at the end of a contract, or even spread out over time. But the absolute secret weapon here is the cancellation policy. If they break the contract, the cancellation fee is exactly equal to the discount they received. It completely protects your downside.
And then there is the absolute legend of the waived fee offer. Hormozi actually met a guy who was making $1 million a year with 0 employees just by collecting monthly payments. His secret, he gives his clients 2 options. Option A, you pay a $5,000 upfront fee plus $1,000 a month, and sure, you can quit anytime. Option B, you commit to a 12-month contract at $1,000 a month, and he will graciously waive that $5,000 upfront fee. But if you quit early, you immediately owe the $5,000. Guess what? Almost everyone chooses option B to avoid that huge fee. They willingly lock themselves into a year of continuity, and because quitting is literally too expensive, they stay fully committed even if they have an emotional day and want to cancel. It is a masterclass in customer retention.
So the crucial point here is this. You now have an absolute arsenal of money models at your disposal. You've got decoys, anchor upsells, payment plan downsells, waived fee continuity structures, the whole shebang. But you won't know which one is going to ignite your specific business until you systematically implement them. You just have to test one, see what happens. If it works, double down. If it doesn't, pivot and try the next one. It's all an experiment.
So I want to leave you with a direct challenge right now to evaluate your own customer journey. Take a hard look at your attraction strategies, your upsells, your downsells, and your continuity plans. Ask yourself honestly, which of these $100 million money models are you leaving on the table right now? Find it, fix it, and watch your business completely transform. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep testing, keep learning, and I will see you guys next time.